from LA, from whatever, all these different people. So I was gonna get together people, except even if you leave a review without text, it still shows up as your name, right? As a review. I'm asking you. I don't know how that works.
I don't leave reviews, so I don't know.
Leave like a 1 star, 1 star. I want people. I'll pay you with $5. A 1 star review.
So that kind of.
If they're gonna cheat it, I'm gonna cheat it back.
There you go. Yeah, that makes the whole review system kind of jaded, doesn't it?
Lucy left a fake review at my current job right when we opened.
Oh wow.
So I think that's
It's a game.
Yeah.
Huh.
My job before that, same thing. I'm worried I can't even talk because if I talk, it's going to be picked up by the microphone 1 inch from my mouth. There's no mic that's connected to the video feed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, you can ask her. Is the phone disabled that only this works now? Green doesn't want to get. Testing.
There you go. Okay. See where you're.
You started?
I think that's good. I mean, stand there and we'll see if you want anything. They want us to. I don't know if you're supposed to see everybody. Do you want to end the right either way?
Okay.
I was trying to get that.
Ah,
I didn't need to face that way. You don't, but then when it be better for you to be
mhm.
microphone's on. You're afraid you're in the body.
Good.
Mother, yeah.
Right.
It's not under me, though.
What's going on?
Good to go?
I mean, it is, but it's live.
Why, is your phone dead?
But people didn't get notification. Can you check the budget that you got?
Okay, sure.
I don't understand why it's not.
Just tell them to go to Monterey's profile.
But I'm doing it from the.
All right, Mark, going on.
Hey, everyone. We're just working out a few of the last technical issues here, and we'll get started in just a couple minutes.
What is it? Or the recycling?
Sure.
Recycle garbage?
Well, garbage is right over there at the end of the tables. I don't know about.
Okay, I look around. I look around.
Sorry. Nope.
Don't know.
Hasn't said. Hasn't seen the message.
And she doesn't know how to toggle between texting and watching it.
Hot mic. What? Seriously?
Yeah.
I thought I was going first.
That was in the show.
I thought I was going first. What?
Mom's probably not gonna say whatever.
Well, are people? So you mean like other people are going first? Or,
Mom, I think so.
yeah.
I'm gonna go. You're gonna go. You ain't open the floor to anybody else.
I'm still working.
I thought I was going first.
Why would you go first?
I don't know. It just made sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me. You're the one that has like the most to say, most significant, whatever. Mom and I are like,
Okay. What are you doing? What are you gonna say? You don't know.
I'm not good at these.
Okay.
She not gonna have
Huh?
She's not gonna
No. No. So I don't know what to say or do about that. Oh wait, I got a message. Let's see. Don't see a link. Just looking for a link.
Why is she looking? Should just say color of my
If you go to Monica's Facebook page, it should show live. What does it do? Show live something? I know. What am I supposed to? I'll turn it on.
Who are you calling?
No one. She sends me this as a response.
Okay. Just tell her it's obviously not working on there. Just go to Michael. I don't
She says, I see it, I got it.
Okay, she got it. Where's it on?
It is? I didn't turn it on.
You turned it on.
Oh, I turned it off.
Yes, you did.
Ready? You want to talk in here? You going to talk in here? That's fine. Hey, everyone, if you could go ahead and take your seats, we'll get started. Sorry about the delay there. I'm figuring out all the online streaming stuff for everyone watching remotely. Would you like to start?
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Your support has been wonderful. I appreciate every one of you. That's basically all I can say. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm not going to say much more. I'm not great at this. Anybody that knows me knows I should probably have a drink while I'm up here. Cheers to Dad with a crown. We have seed packets back there for him, bird seed, flower seeds, and anybody that knew him, he loved gardening. So there's also gardening packets back there, and if you take one, we'd love to watch the journey of them growing with you. In terms of the bird seed, I'm one of those people that just kind of wing it. I do not plan. I do not weigh. I don't care. Sky was great about helping me put everything together, printing and everything. And Mom was with me, and I was thinking, I got bird seed. If I don't have enough, I don't have enough, and I'll just, go buy more. Who cares? And I went to bed that night thinking I'm just going to put whatever birdseed in there. We're going to wing through it and be done. And I laid down and I put my headphones on and I listened to rain because we don't hear enough of that here in Oregon. And all of a sudden I hear, but how many ounces in a 10-pound bag of birdseed per weight is there? And I was like, I don't care how many ounces of birdseed is in a 10-pound bag of birdseed. And it's like, no, but really, how many? And I'm like, all right, I know this isn't me. This is my dad. He was an engineer. He was like, you better figure it out to make sure you have enough. So I said, all right, in the morning, I will figure it out. And it went away. So I got my bags out. I got my little food scale and I weighed it. And I'm like, all right, there's 2 ounces. And I heard, nope. So each bag of birdseed has exactly 3 ounces of birdseed because that is what I was told was correct. So my dad, being an engineer, was very great with his hands, measured everything, weighed everything. Everything needed to be precise. So the rest of it, I told him, I'm winging it. I'm not weighing anything else. So there are wildflower packets. The heart on the back, you tear and plant. There's also more in there. But yeah, I love my dad. Those of you who knew him, thank you so much for being here. Those of you who didn't, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your support. Please feel free to take things. There's to-go containers. We don't want to take any food with us, so please take it with you. And then, Mark has got a fantastic speech that we're all going to get to listen to. Thank you. There are memory cards on your tables. If you have a memory, a story, just thoughts of love or whatever, we would love them. There's a basket in front. You can pop them in on your way out. And then, what else was it? Sign the guest book. Yes. And what else? Is that it?
And then people can speak after.
Oh, yeah. So sorry. So after Mark's beautiful speech, because I'm sure he's fantastic at this, if anybody has stories they want to share or, just write them down, we would love to hear them. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. We love you and appreciate it. Thank you.
You can sit down. Am I on?
Are you on?
Am I on or off? Take that one. Soundtrack online. We good on this one? All right. All right. Well, like Monica said, appreciate everyone coming out. Show your support for the family. It's awesome to see how many people's lives Dad touched, directly or indirectly. It's a little warm in here, and I've got a lot to say. You guys have full bellies, so please try and stay awake. But it's okay if you don't. So December 18th, 2025. It's hard to believe it's been 3 months since Dad passed so unexpectedly. As he would sometimes say, time waits for no man, though. And so while writing this, it really made me think about my life and the impact he had on so many aspects of who I am. While it did bring up some painful memories, it brought up far more joyful ones and a lot of things I hadn't thought about in a very long time. Things I'll share with you today that I'm glad I had the opportunity to think about because I certainly don't want to forget them. So I hope you enjoy the story. Already? Wow. Grief is like a sneaker wave. Okay. Here we go. So, sorry. My dad was born on February 26th. It says February 6th. I just said 26th. I said 26th. I can't see. In Southern California, his mother, full-blood Sicilian, his father, full-blood Mexican. His parents, having gotten through World War II less than a decade earlier, welcomed their second son's arrival in the early part of the baby boomer generation. Over the course of his adolescence, he saw the transition from gathering around the radio for entertainment to early adoption of black and white TV in the mid-50s and finally colored TV in the mid-60s. He didn't speak much of his early childhood, but the pictures we have, some of which you've seen here, appear to tell a story of a cute kid growing up in sunny California with his brother and proud father and mother who took him on lots of little trips here and there. They went to places like the fair, the beach, or Knott's Berry Farm. Dad took his brother, his dad and him and his brother went fishing a lot, and they had many extended family gatherings. He told a story of when they drove all the way to Arkansas to visit his grandpa on his dad's side, and how that car ride took several days and was fairly miserable, which I can imagine. His brother Amo and him shared a bedroom, which you saw a picture of, and a bed, because their other set of grandparents from Sicily lived with them and used the third bedroom. I think this made him and his brother especially close, and I'll say a little bit more about that later. Tragically, when Dad was 16, his father died from his fifth heart attack in the dining room of their home. In 1967, though, CPR was not really well established, and Dad and my grandma did whatever they could to try and help him, save him. And while he never really went into more detail about that day, I can imagine how traumatic it would have been for him. My grandma lived until 2015, and she never remarried, and I never heard any stories of her ever even dating anyone again. I think the thought of loving someone else and losing them again was an experience she never wanted to go through. Instead, she had a series of dogs, and after my uncle's divorce, he came and lived with her and took care of her until her final day. Dad graduated Buena Park High School in 1969 and liked to tell the story of how he went to high school with Steven Seagal. But at that time, everyone just called him Steven Seagal. So, not as cool. One of his first jobs was at the Fender Guitar Factory in Fullerton, California. That's why Mom has a shirt on today. He worked the assembly line and helped build one of the most iconic guitars to leave the site, the Fender Mustang. He purchased one and kept it in his entire life. We have pictures of him with it as a young man, and he looks very happy with it. I don't know if any of those made it on the. Didn't make it. It's all right. Everyone hear me in the back okay? Great, thanks. At 18, he enrolled in the National Guard. Being a product of the late 60s and early 70s, we'll say he was a cool hippie. And as such, he had longer hair than the military allowed. And Mom just recently revealed a story whereas he would wear a wig to the National Guard duty to make it appear as though he had shorter hair. I would love to see photo evidence of this, but we don't have any. In the Guard, he was never deployed to any natural disasters or sent on any missions, but he dutifully finished his 6 years of service and earned a sharpshooter pin for marksmanship, just one step below sniper. And because of that, the government issued that flag in the back there, and we have his medals and stuff you can see. His brother Amo was 4 years older than him and had a 1968 Shelby GT500 Mustang. I think my boys would say that's peak aura. Is that right? Close enough, thank you. Naturally, this helped spark my dad's interest in cars, And not long after that, we're back. All right, July 5th, 1975. Mom and Dad were married. I showed up, wrecked it. We're back. How do I know it was blissful until then? Well, because Dad told me. I mean, not easy. Not in those exact words, okay? But he did say that right after I was born, he sold the motorcycle and stopped doing all the stupid stuff he was doing at that very moment. Now, we all know code for stupid stuff is fun stuff. And, you know, kids just make you grow up sometimes. That's part of the gig. So a year and a half later, Monica showed up and ruined all the progress I had made in training my parents. But that's a story for a different time. We spent our early childhood in Whittier, California, and later moved to Anaheim, where we had an in-ground pool in the backyard. We spent countless hours in that pool. It was an absolute blast. We could also see Disneyland fireworks from our house, and we were classic latchkey kids. I need some more. Oh, this is the hard part. So this is where I really wanted to rack my brain and think of all the things that remind me why I'm so sad. To do that, I had to remember some of the difficult things. Fathers and sons can have complicated relationships, and we were no different. Hi. So, growing up, my dad at times was a hard man, stubborn man, a man who was always right, with a short fuse and a mighty temper. It's clear I inherited those traits, quite honestly. With a certain glance, he could crush my spirit, or infuriate me. In those times, as a child, it's hard to see why a father would treat a son in such a way. And to be clear, he never disciplined us any differently than anyone else or that was popular at the time. But as we get older and wiser, we can see things as they are. Everything becomes a bit clearer. I came to realize that human fathers are just flawed people, like everyone else trying to navigate this life. And I believe he did his best, the best he possibly could, with the emotional tools that he had available. With the grace, the humbling grace of God by my side, I was able to forgive any perceived slights or shortcomings. And I can relay that I remember having a wonderful childhood and reflect upon the time with great fondness. One of my earliest memories is of him teaching me to ride a bike. Holding on to the bike and chasing behind me in flip-flops couldn't have been easy. It was probably somewhat dangerous to the toes. And in those days, flip-flops were called thongs. So in the current vernacular, imagine trying to explain to your two sons that their grandpa wore thongs all the time. Don't do the visual on that one, please. Flip-flops is a much better name. And a wig. Another early memory is of catching a pretty decent-sized bass out at a friend's pond. He taught me to fish, and I've never looked back. He put up a basketball hoop above our garage for me. I love playing basketball. I still do, in fact. Occasionally, Dad would come out and play with me. We'd play horse or pig, sometimes a little one-on-one, and again, Dad in flip-flops. He actually had a mean, indefensible sky hook like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that he actually hit most of the time. To earn extra money, we would work the swap meet on the weekends. When I was old enough, I think about 9 or 10, I would help him. We'd load up this little 1985 Nissan pickup with boxes roof high of t-shirts to sell. We had to get up early. I don't remember what time exactly, but it was before the sun was up. And we would drive out to the location and set up the stand. Most of the folks that would stop by our stand were Hispanic, and a lot of them didn't speak English. So when they asked how much the shirts were, we would say, uno for dos and tres for cinco. So for your gringos out there, that's one shirt for $2 or 3 shirts for $5. Times sure have changed. Dad would pay me about $20 to help for the day, and I'd go around the other stands and see about buying things. There was a particular stand that had video games. Anybody who knows me knows I like video games. And oftentimes I'd buy a Nintendo game with my wages. Sometimes the games were more than I had made that day. So I had to save for a week or two to buy the game I wanted. It turns out, purposely or not, Dad was teaching me a few things at that time. A good work ethic, the value of earning $1, what things cost, and about saving money. As much as I didn't like getting up early, looking back, I did fully enjoy spending all that time with him at the swap meet. Usually on the way out, after a long hot day, we'd get a pina colada ice cream bar, which I still enjoy to this day. He introduced me to a wide range of oldies music, movies like Star Wars, Back to the Future, Short Circuit, all of which I still enjoy. And while my dad wasn't really one for video games too much, we had some computer games growing up, and he did enjoy playing one game with me. I have great memories of trying to figure it out with him. It was a game for the Nintendo called Shadowgate. It was a thinking game, lots of puzzles to solve, to save the world from a beast that was going to be unleashed. As most of you know, he was an engineer, so with his problem-solving mindset, we enjoyed playing that game together. I played Little League Baseball one year, and he was right there with me every game, every step. We'd frequently play catch in the yard during the season. I also remember practicing pitching with him. He mentioned more than once, remembering those days, hey, remember those chili billies at the game we used to get?
Heck yeah.
Those were good.
Amazing.
All it really was tortilla chips with nacho cheese and chili.
Yep.
But I do remember them fondly as well. I only played one year, but it was fun, and that's another good memory. In 1993, we moved to California. From California to Portland due to a lack of job opportunities for both my parents. Dad started a t-shirt shop on Northwest 23rd. Was featured on the local news, actually, for the startup. Sadly, the business only lasted a few months, and Dad had to find another engineering job. At the back of that shop, though, I remember seeing snowflakes fall from the sky for the first time and completely tripping out. Remember that?
Yeah.
So not long after that, we moved to Beaverton, where I was molded for the remainder of my teenage years. During this time, he taught me to drive a stick, play guitar, shoot guns, use a computer, and play golf, just to name a few things. I graduated from Beaverton High School in 1997, and Mom and Dad gave me that old Nissan pickup that we used for the swap meets as my graduation present. I did like that truck a lot, and it served me well for a couple years, but then I sold it and bought a 1991 Ford Probe. The Probe was nice enough, but it wasn't really what I wanted. So Dad also taught me to love cars, in particular Mustangs, as most of you know. That is in part why I still have a Mustang today. In 1999, he drove with me, my cousin Nathan, and my friend Kareem in the Probe to go pick up the 91 Mustang GT. We drove to Scappoose and bought it a couple of days after I looked at it. When we were coming home on the freeway, he pulled up beside us. Gave me a big smile, a thumbs up. Sons earning approval from their dads means the world. And I absolutely love that memory. As a lifelong fight fan, first with boxing in the glory days of Muhammad Ali and Foreman, up through Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao, Dad always loved combat sports. He moved towards MMA when UFC kicked off, and we watched a lot of fights together. In 2009, we went to UFC 102 in Portland to watch Randy Couture versus Nogueira. It was a really fun night, and I was glad to experience an event live like that with him. So it's pretty hard to summarize someone's nearly 75 years on this earth down to 25 minutes or maybe more. But I hope I've honored him and painted an appropriate picture of who he was to me. As we grow up, I think we naturally drift away from our parents. I'm certainly no exception. I know Dad was proud of me and my sister in his way. I was told recently that he was always very proud of his grandkids and spoke very highly of them whenever asked. He wasn't very vocal with praise or adoration or attaboys, but I never doubted he loved us all. He just didn't show it as openly or as freely as others. But he had a giant heart and loved hard, even if it was buried under a few layers of thick skin. Dad enjoyed gardening, cooking, fishing, a little woodworking when he could find the time. As most of you know, his health was in a semi-slow decline once he started being afflicted with heart attacks, Lyme disease, statin drug damage, back and neck problems, cancer, and finally his leg dropped. He once told me that he was in a level of 4 to 5 pain on a scale of 10 pretty much every day for about the last decade. Having struggled with back pain myself, I know that living in constant pain is a rough way to go. In an effort to help him, so I thought, I got a hold of some THC gummies. He relayed to me that he took maybe 1 or 2 too many and got so high that he couldn't get off his recliner for 3 hours. We both had a pretty good chuckle about that. Like his father before him, his fifth heart attack took him from us. Thankfully, it was sudden, and if there was any suffering, it was very brief. Mom did everything she could, but somehow knew he wasn't there when she got to him. I think we all know that he would not have liked to have been in the hospital for days, weeks, months, or really at all, trying to recover. As some of you know, he lost his brother, Amo, just 6 months before he passed. This took a mighty toll on him, as they were best friends and spoke on the phone every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Similarly, Dad and I would text just about every day about something or another, politics, cars, weather, the boys' sporting events, anything really. I would call and ask his advice about things I was going through at work and how to handle certain situations. I certainly miss those conversations. A few times a week, I would get a double ping on my phone around 5 a.m. I always knew it was him sending me a new car he found interesting or a good deal on Bring a Trailer. Speaking of good deals, Dad was cheap. He would probably prefer to say frugal. Either way. But another thing he taught me was to try and get a good deal. And to this day, when making a large purchase, I will say, now my dad will get mad if I don't ask, is this really the lowest price you can go? And most of the time it works. You guys can use that line sometime if you want to try it out. I think he'd probably like that. For those with a keen eye and a little gearhead in them, you might have noticed I'm wearing a Shelby logoed t-shirt. Dad bought this shirt because just 1 month before he passed, he bought a car that he's been wanting for at least 10 years. It's a 2009 Shelby GT500 KR Mustang. KR stands for King of the Road. It's the absolute top of the line Mustang for the year, and it's in mint condition with only 6,000 miles on it. Sadly, he only got to drive it 4 times. However, I think he was smiling ear to ear every single time. He called to tell me that he sort of forgot that you don't really drive a car unless it's a manual transmission. And he loved it. And I agree with him. 2 weeks before he passed, we had our Guisar Thanksgiving dinner at Old Chicago, where Dad was really jolly and he had a really great time. So great, in fact, we uncharacteristically went out for ice cream afterwards and extended our nice evening. There's some pictures I saw of that up there. I'm very grateful for that last family outing. Somewhat randomly, I called Dad the day before he died and asked him about a generator he had that he wasn't using, that I was wondering if I could buy because our power had gone out due to a big windstorm that had come through. Had I known that was the last conversation I'd have with him, I would have used the time more wisely. Though I am very happy I got to speak with him regardless of the topic. So today, I challenge you to ask yourself, how often do you think you can call or spend some time with your loved ones? Once you figure out that number, consider doubling it, or maybe even tripling it. As we can see from the sudden departure of my dad, tomorrow is not a guarantee. Take the time, slow down, be with the ones that matter most to you. You'll never know if you get another chance to do it. And so lastly, I'll leave you with these wise words of one of my favorite mad scientists and inventor, Dr. Emmett L. Brown of Hill Valley, California. The future isn't written yet, so make it a good one. God bless you all. Thank you. Did you say like to open it up now for anyone who would like to say anything about Dad? Don't be shy. Thanks.
Well, I'm not sure how I'll get through this, and I have to say, I wasn't really going to say this, but after your speech, I have to say, by the way, I'm Martin's cousin. We're the same age. He was born in February, I was born in June. Both our moms like this, sisters. There were 3 Sicilian sisters that, even if they weren't together, they would call each other. So they were like triplets. Anyway, knowing him when he was young, because we were the same age, same neighborhood, he was the cutest, always the cutest, best little smile. But he also had wonderful parents and a very strong dad, a very hard father, I guess. And that he grew up to be such a wonderful man that he must have realized also to be strong, or to show your son, your kids, to be strong and show them the same kind of things that you talked about. Always a good deal. His dad, always a good deal. He got sick when he was young. He had heart problems also and had to stay home. Lena went to work. So he would go to the grocery store, and always the deals, always whatever the deal was in every store. But he was a disciplinarian, and Martin, a lot of times when his dad come in the room, he'd always like scared that he did something wrong and he was gonna get it from his dad. So it was probably a learned thing, but not a bad thing, because you've turned out to be a wonderful man yourself also. And we all learn from our parents and do some things that are good or not. Anyway, we did a lot of things together as we were young. When I'd go to his house, it was always nice and easy. We'd do puzzles in the den all the time with the puzzles, which he did to the end still. Play baseball out in the street. I was probably the only girl they would let play baseball. Play baseball out in the street. His house, there was a wash behind the house. We would jump the block wall. Never let kids do this now. But we would jump that block wash, block wall and go down into the wash and walk down the wash as far as we wanted to. It was like there was no ties, no time. Never found anything though. Back then, right now, I'm not sure what you'd find, but back then we didn't really find anything. And, but we did that. And then I remember one time we're looking at it, we're down and was like sitting at the top of it. And Martin's like, and I think me and Martin were both pretty easygoing as kids. And was like, I bet you can't run down that wash. I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, we can. Martin's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. So go on, it's fine. So he's all right. He said, starts to run down the wall, the cement wall wash. He doesn't get 2 feet and he just starts tumbling down. Messed up his knees, messed up his elbows, went running home and his mom fixed him up. But yeah, we had a good time as kids. We had a lot of things in common. We liked racing, camping as we got older. Then when we really got older, we got into gambling. We liked to go gambling. The last few times we got together with Martin and Tish, we would find a casino somewhere. I loved him very much. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe that he's gone. So as Mark said, take the time and there might not be a tomorrow. You never know. I loved Martin, not because of his family, because I needed to love him. I loved him because he was a good person, solid person. He had ambitions and he saw them out. He worked them through. And yeah, for me, he was always a calming influence for me whenever we would talk or anything. I probably have, I don't know, 25 cousins, but Martin was the only one that I really knew and that I really loved. Amo second, some other cousins, but it's sometimes difficult. But he was a very good man. I loved him very much. Oh, wait. I gotta say, my sister Tina, so sorry she couldn't be here. She said to send her love and everything. And my sister Linda, also, she told me to let Trish and her family know how sorry Wayne and I are that we can't be there to celebrate Martin's life. Have so many fun memories. Martin was such a sweet little boy, probably the cutest too. First cousins and happy campers from childhood. He had a heart of gold and a smile that lit up the room. Love you, cousin, always and forever. Aunt Linda, or from Linda. The saddest thing about this is that this is the first time we got up here, and I'll regret that to the day I die. He made it once.
What's going on? I'll do it.
That'll do it.
Part of it.
Part of it.
You can. You're going up there with me. You're going up there with me. Yeah, where's my alcohol?
All right, John.
Come on. Because you have to support me when I fall. Yeah. Oh, here I go. So I'm the comedy of the night, I guess. Look at that. I can't even. There we go. Everybody stand up, please. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was my 10-year-old self in Catholic Church wanting to always have that power. It worked. All right, now I'm good. Hi. I wrote this and I wrote it as a paragraph or two, and then it turned into an outline of sorts. So you might get both. Mismatch of everything. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Martin and Tish's favorite son-in-law. Married to their favorite daughter, Monica. And their only daughter, exactly.
By default.
As you can see, Martin was a passionate guy about many things. One of his stories about his passion, I'm going to share with you. Being raised in a large Italian family and having Mexican heritage, imagine food. Food was one of his passions. In 2017, Martin and Tish sold their Beaverton house. And Monica had this great idea to invite them to live with us. I recommend, if you have in-laws, have them move into a 1,200 square foot home with you. But we agreed. This was when we saw firsthand his passion for food. The days spent preparing meals. I'd come home and from work, and he'd say, "Hey, I watched this YouTube video about cooking salmon. Do it blacken the skin side and poach it with butter." I said, "Oh, is that what we're having tonight?" He goes, "No, Tish put some ribs in the oven." So that's what we had that night, was salad. But he'd be sitting there when he'd come home, and you'd be chopping food and making salsa, making salad, and we were kind of liking it, coming home to these cooked meals. So yes, I recommend the in-laws. So then, about 3 or 4 weeks in, it all went downhill. and let's just say, I'll tell you the story. I'm going to tell you this story, and we'll call it the week of eggplant. The week of eggplant. So, first time I came home, I cooked eggplant parmesan. Pretty good, right? And day 2, fried eggplant. Fried eggplant and different variety eggplant, maybe Chinese eggplant instead of Italian eggplant, topped with marinara and Parmesan. Still Parmesan eggplant. About day 3, I remember going to the bedroom, and our high fives about dinner turned into me begging Monica, "Please tell your dad no more eggplant. No more eggplant." And so when I went to bed that night, I thought, well, she's going to tell him the next morning. I get to work, and it's about 1 o'clock, lunchtime. And I get a text from Martin. 100 eggplant emojis on my phone. With the words, "What's for dinner?" I go, "Oh, she didn't tell him." So, eggplant again. Oh my God. So, buddy Jake, he was walking by in my cubicle there, and he goes, just shook his head. He said, "Dude." I said, "Oh God, I have to go explain this to everybody." So I went and explained it to everybody, but for a year, I got dancing eggplants and singing eggplants on my phones from these guys. So, see, I did it in a way that I didn't have to read it. So finally, the eggplant came to a stop. Monica and I were very happy. I'm telling you, Martin was passionate about many things, cars, to food, to love of country and family. So after his passing, it wasn't far-fetched that he'd come back as something with signs. Monica and Tish really felt through many sightings of bald eagles. That's what the bald eagles are, that he was there with us. One night we were driving, they were telling the stories about their bald eagle sightings, and it was kind of turning to tears, you know, and a little somber up front. I was in the back. Me being me, I said, until a bald eagle throws an eggplant and hits me on the head, I'm not buying it. So, of course, it turned some tears into laughter. That same night, we went home, turned on The Masked Singer. And, not one of Martin's passions, by the way. You would never watch that show. But the first thing that came on the screen, an eggplant. An eggplant. Followed by an eagle. Right across the front of the Tish. She yelled out, there's your freaking eggplant. Yeah, it was so funny. To wrap it up, thank you for all coming out, celebrating a husband, great husband, father, grandfather, and friend. We will all miss his passions. Thank you. You want to say more? Tell more about the Eagles. You want me to stay up here? All right. You have to move.
There we go. Yeah. So to touch a little bit about on what John was saying about the bald eagle, was everybody knows that Dad loved America, freedom, all that stuff. And after he passed, the amount of times that we have seen bald eagles has been astounding to be way more than a coincidence. When we were handed his death certificates, it was such a foggy day. You could hardly see in front of you. And one passed over us. And then when we're handed his ashes a couple days later, another one flew over us. And we see them right outside where Dad would sit, straight across from Mom and Dad's in a tree, fishing, catching huge trout. And that's something obviously Dad loved to do. But it's just when I was going to get the bird seed, one flew over me. And then when I came home with it, one flew over me again. It's just been
We don't
much.
see.
You don't see them around here very often. So for them to make themselves so present just makes me think he's sending them to let us know he's here. So that's why I have little bald eagles everywhere on the tables, just kind of as a nod to Dad and how he's made us feel that he's still around. So, I was told I had to explain the eagles.
Good job, by the way. Yep. What? You need this? Oh.
People. Thank you for who's watched.
You wanna
Yeah.
your password protected or
Oh, that's Bonk Pop-Pop's computer. Okay. All right. I am stopping the stream.
thank you so much.
Nope. Stop it.